Hello everybody, welcome to Luxury Channel by JL. Today we are going to go over the top 10 largest economies in the world. Make sure you watch till the end. Top 10 largest economies in the world. The economic health of a country is determined by the GDP, gross domestic product, which refers to the total market value of all goods and services a nation produced in a given year. The nominal GDP estimates done year on year help in ranking the countries economically. Fluctuation in the rate of a country's currency can also lead to varying results. Here is the list of the top 10 economies of the world for 2021. United States GDP 20.49 trillion, China GDP 13.4 trillion, Japan 4.97 trillion, Germany 4 trillion, United Kingdom 2.83 trillion, France 2.78 trillion, India 2.72 trillion, Italy 2.07 trillion, Brazil 1.87 trillion, and Canada 1.71 trillion. Number 1. United States. The United States has been the world's largest economy since 1871. The nominal GDP for United States is 21.44 trillion. The US GDP PP is also 21.44 trillion. Additionally, the United States is ranked second in the world for the approximate value of natural resources. In 2016, the US had an estimated natural resources value of $45 trillion. Number 2. China. The Chinese economy has witnessed an astonishing growth over the last few decades. This fact has helped the country capture the much coveted second place in the list of the top 10 economies of the world. As the second largest economy in the world, China has been an average growth rate of 9.52% between 1989 and 2019. China is the second largest economy considering nominal GDP at 14.14 trillion and the largest using GDP PP, which is 27.3 trillion. Number 3. Japan. Japan has the third largest economy in the world with a GDP of 5.15 trillion. Japan's GDP PPP is 5.75 trillion. Japan economy is market driven, so businesses, production and prices shift according to the consumer demand, not the governmental action. While the 2008 financial crisis took a hit on the Japanese economy and has stunted its growth since then, it is expected that the 2020 Olympics will give it a boost. Number 4. Germany. The German economy is the fourth largest in the world with a GDP of 4 trillion. Germany had a GDP PPP of 4.44 trillion and a per capita GDP of 46,560, the 18th highest in the world. Germany's highly developed social market economy is Europe's largest and strongest economy. And number 5. India. India's economy is the fifth largest in the world with a GDP of 2.94 trillion, overtaking the UK and France in 2019 to take the fifth spot. India's GDP PPP is 10.5 trillion, exceeding that of Japan and Germany due to India's high population. India's GDP per capita is $2,170. Comparison with US is 62,794. India's real GDP growth, however, is expected to weaken for the third straight year from 7.5% to 5%. Number 6. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, which has a 2.83 trillion GDP, is the sixth largest economy in the world. In terms of GDP purchasing power parity, the UK is the ninth spot with the GDP PP of UK ranked 23rd for the GDP per capita, which is 42,558. The UK is expected to fall to the seventh largest economy by 2023 with a GDP of 3.27 trillion. In 2016, the UK was the 10th largest exporter of goods in the world. Number 7. France. France is the third largest economy in Europe behind Germany and the UK and the seventh largest economy in the world. France has a nominal GDP of 2.71 trillion. France's GDP per capita is 42,877.6, the 19th highest in the world, and GDP PPP is 2.96 trillion. According to the World Bank, France has unfortunately experienced high unemployment rate in recent years. a 10% unemployment rate and was recorded for 2014 and 15 and 16. And it is number 8, Italy. With a nominal GDP of 1.99 trillion, Italy is the 8th largest economy in the world. In terms of GDP PPP, Italy's economy is worth 2.4 trillion and its per capita GDP is 34.26.34. Italy's economy is expected to expand to 2.26 trillion by 2023. Unfortunately, Italy is experiencing a relatively high unemployment rate of 9.7 and a debt of 132% of GDP. Number 9. Brazil. Brazil has the 9th largest economy in the world and the largest in Latin America, with a nominal GDP of 1.85 trillion. Brazil is also the largest and most populous nation in Latin America. Brazil has the world's 73rd highest per capita GDP of 8,967 and a GDP PPE of 2.4 trillion. The country has an estimated 21.8 trillion in natural resources, which include vast amount of timber, uranium, gold and iron. Number 10. Canada. Canada has the 10th largest economy in the world with a nominal GDP of 1.73 trillion. Canada's per capita GDP of 46,260 is the ranked 20th globally, while its GDP PPP of 1.84 trillion is ranked 17 globally. Canada GDP is expected to rise to 2.13 trillion by 2023. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep you up to date with all our future amazing luxury videos.